Hi, my name is Emily, and this is the Delight Knits podcast. I believe we're on episode 28, but where I'm recording, I can't connect to the Wi-Fi and I can't check. So we're going to go with that. Today is April 2nd, Sunday of 2023, and I'm here to talk to you about all that I've knit on in the last couple weeks. It has been 2 weeks exactly since I've last talked with you. I've got 2 finished objects. One may not be a completely finished object, we'll see, and 2 whips. So I think I'll have all links to like my Instagram and Ravelry below, as well as like the pattern and designers and all that kind of stuff, all in the description box. But let's get started. So the first thing I had not cast on yet last time was a Musselburgh. So this is yarn that I dyed, and I had shown you the yarn not in skein form, but it was literally still drying last time. And this is the completed Musselburgh hat by Ysolda Teague. This is going to be going to somebody at church probably next week because I still have to wash it. It's not yet blocked, but I am super happy with this. You can see there's there's a slouchy fit, and then you also have the fitted where you've got the 4 layers. See, I got it. But I love this hat. I love knitting this hat, and yeah, all these baby hairs. This is that. Not really much else to say. I think I knitted on a 2.5 millimeter. Maybe it's a US 2.5. What is it? I'm confused now. It's a size medium in the pattern, so it's a US 2.5 3 millimeter. And that is what I used my Chagu Minis red little pouch. That's what I use from there. This is all I have left of 100. I think it was 108 grams when I weighed it. So I'm not sure exactly how much is left here. But I'm super happy with this hat. I don't know if I've shown it to you, but here's the full thing. And I did super proud of myself with dyeing this because I did not pool. There is some green bits, there's some bright blue bits, there's some darker blue bits. I love this. I've got one more skein because I dyed 2 skeins of it in the same pan. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it, but I love this color. And I think I talked about it last time. I'm planning on dyeing myself some yarn for a Dear Duomo for myself, and I think that I'm gonna do something similar to this color. Yeah. I did buy some new dyes this week too. I didn't bring those out to talk about as an acquisition, but are they really part of the acquisitions here? Who knows? Yeah, so then you put it together just like that. You can wear it slouchy, or you can wear it non-slouchy with the extra brim. So, finished object number 1. Finished object number 2 is my outline raglan. So, okay, I think this needs to get lifted up a little bit. There we go. That's better. So, finished object number 2 is my outline raglan. I finished this up yesterday. Last time you saw me, I had the sleeves on barber cords, and I was right here. And I had just a little bit left of my first skein. And that first skein ended up going to about here. So it ended up going to about here. So I finished that off, and then I picked up the sleeves, and I picked up and did like 2 rounds of just plain knit, and then I did 6 rounds of ribbing. As you can see, it's not like the pattern. So I started doing it just as the pattern says, where you have like a increase, we'll just call it an increase row, where you're increasing this way, and then a plain knit row where you're not doing the increase. And so at about, right about here, you can tell I started doing 2 plain rows in between each increase row. And then I did 3 plain rows in between each increase row. And then I switched it and started decreasing, because if I kept going, it would keep going like this and eventually meet. So instead, I turned it out so it went back out. And I think I like that quite a bit. You can see it here. So this is the side panel. And it looks like that on both sides. And then I did ribbing on the bottom. I think I did 10 rounds of ribbing on the bottom. So I am pretty happy with how this turned out. I actually still have, you're gonna be shocked, I have 20 grams left of this yarn, and it's not cropped. I'll put it on here in a second. But what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rip out the ribbing on the sleeves and make the sleeves just a little bit longer, because they are just like cap sleeves. But I'm gonna step out of frame and put this on so I don't have to really edit. And I am in the back part of our woods behind our barn, so nobody's gonna see me. So I'm gonna put it on so you can see what it looks like on. Okay, so here it is. It's definitely not knit to pattern where it's like 8 to 10 inches of positive ease. I knit the smallest size. Okay, we can take this off now. You know where I was. So I knit the smallest size. I don't know if you can really tell where I switched skeins because I didn't alternate skeins, but I am pretty happy with this. Let's get down on my knees. Oh, maybe not. It's wet. Let's raise you up again. There we go. Okay. So this is gonna be a lot, but here it is. This is Sport Weight Suburban Stitcher. You can see I'm wearing a white bra. I probably won't when I wear it. Probably wear a nude bra. But I am definitely happy with my decision to turn it. It's at a good length. I do think I want to extend the sleeves. So finished object, kind of. I still have other things to do. And I still need to block it as well. But I did get a little bit extra ease to it. I think it was definitely at negative ease. It still probably is. But it looks good. I think I will enjoy it. What you think? Let me know all your thoughts. And if you were at Arkansas Yarn Co. last weekend and you saw me try it on here, I think it was about right here. What do you think? Are you surprised I got as far as I did with the amount of yarn that I did? Because I am. But let me switch back to my shirt and we will talk about my 2 other whips. Alrighty, let's see if I can get this set back up. Sorry for all the adjusting, but that's just life. The sun's coming out as well. Ugh. Okay, so this is the Outline Raglan by Jessie Maed Designs. Jessie Maed Designs. And it is knit out of Suburban Stitcher, Rosewood, and it's an oopsie, which is what all the little purple speckles are, which I love. I think it looks great. So I will rip out the sleeves, split this in half, and extend the sleeves, and then do like 10 rows of ribbing like I did on the bottom. And I think that will be great. Let's see, my next whip is in my By the Bay Bag Co. sock bag. And last time it was, let's see, oh, I only had 1 cast on, and I was literally like 6 rows into the ribbing. But I am now, I think this one I'm starting the heel on. So I'm 50 rows in. or 20 rows of 2x2 ribbing and 50 rows of leg. I did some, I call them sporty stripes. My husband said it looks like tube socks from the 80s where they're, instead of blue, it's red. But the blue is leftovers from my boxy, my boxy by Hoagie Locatelli that my sister now has. And the green, you might not get, the sun has come out at the wrong time. It was nice and cloudy a second ago. But it's a green sock blank that I got a couple years ago that I had left over. And here is the second one. I still have just a bit on the leg to go. These are my new portable project. I picked these up when I finished the Musselburgh. And this is how much I have left of this sock blank. So I will do contrast heels and toes. Should be able to get quite far. Maybe even finish out the sock, we'll see. I am pulling from both sides. When you're pulling from whatever the wrong side is, you have to do some little finagling, but it's pulling just fine. Like, you can see here, when you pull in it, like, I have to take my sock and put it through this or else it'll get tangled, but that's fine. So this is from Arkansas Yarn Co. that I bought, I think 2 years ago. Yeah. And then I've got this much. Where's my other blue? There it is. And then I've got 2 of the blue balls. So I definitely have enough to make a good pair of socks. And then these are, I'm calling my March socks because I'm trying to do a pair of socks every month. And I just didn't feel like doing socks as much in March. So I'll be behind for a little bit, but socks are quick. I'll catch up and cast on April socks next. This is gonna be a quick episode. My next and last whip is my Starflake. Last time, I believe I only had one of these little chevrons. These bugs are going crazy. One of these little parallelograms, I think is what the pattern calls them. And now I have finished all 6 of them, and I will pick up and start the body of the shawl next. So this is Mace of Skeins. We've got Sandcastle and Oh Fudge. And yeah, so this is it. Just got section 1 of the Starflake done, and we'll pick up for section 2 next. Not really much else to show about this because I was working on finishing up my outline raglan, so this kind of took a back burner. But I'm hoping to get more work on this week after I finish that. Last episode I did have cast on the Mist Tea by Leslie Ann Robinson or Knit Graffiti. And I think I cast on the 2nd or 3rd size, and I did like a few rounds and I realized it was way too big. So I ripped it out. I will be knitting that, but I just ripped it out and I will do it again. But this is what I was doing that in, which is Ruby and Rose's yarn. And you'll see it later. And all of that's in my big By the Bay Bagco bag. And all of that is in a laundry basket to keep it off the grass. But that's all that's really been going on. Oh gosh, that's 13 minutes. I talked quick. But recording outside because I have a bunch of clean laundry on my bed that I didn't want you to see that I have to go inside and fold. And the weather's gorgeous. It was cloudy, but now the sun is, of course, nice and bright. I hope the outside noises don't bug you too much. But yeah, I did buy some new dyes to dye some yarn. I might go inside and test them out. We'll see how my kids are doing. But I got, I think, sage leaf, avocado, sea spray, blued steel, and Valentine blush. And I'm excited to test all of those out. Got a couple more greens, some more blues, and then that soft pink. Because all I have for pink wise before I got this order was the hot fuchsia pink, and I had a mauve think I have mauve, Cabernet, we got, and Fire Engine Red maybe, and I use those just mixing up. And then blue, all I had was the Brilliant Blue. I used to have Delphinium Blue, but I sold it to Treehouse Knits because apparently that one's been out of stock for a while and she was desperate for it, and I don't hardly use them. So, help out a dyer. You might hear our other acquisition, which is a rooster. We had a friend who had way too many and was getting rid of them, and we didn't have one because hawk problems. So hopefully he will survive the hawk this summer and keep our chicken safe. He's a pretty big rooster, and very noisy. We also, my cat, one of my cats, we did not get fixed in time, and she had kittens 2 weeks ago. So we have now 6 cats, the 2 we originally had, and then 4 baby kittens that are just now starting to open their eyes. Yeah, I think that's all that's been going on. I hope everybody has had a great 2 weeks, and this is just a short, quick episode, but we're just gonna go with it because now I'm gonna go inside and knit while my kids are still sleeping, or watch. I've been watching Only Murders in the Building, so I may go and watch that, and wasp season. May go inside and watch that and fold all that laundry. So I will see you again in 2 weeks. So see you later.